The Election Commission of India's decision to reduce the number of counting centres in West Bengal from 108 in 2021 to 87 and now further down to 77 has added a fresh layer of political tensions ahead of the vote counting day. Well, the change coming just days before counting for all the 294 assembly constituencies, that has triggered sharp political reactions, particularly from the ruling All India Trinamool Congress and the opposition Bharatiya Janata Party, with both the sides reading possible strategic implications into the administrative reshuffle. Well, from an administrative standpoint, the Election Commission of India has stated that the consolidation of counting centres is being done after reviewing logistical arrangements, security deployment and availability of large venues capable of handling multiple constituencies under tight surveillance. Officials have pointed out that major facilities like the Netaji Indoor Stadium and several educational institutions are being used to centralize counting in fewer but more secure locations, and all under CCTV coverage and multi-layer security arrangements. The Chief Electoral Officer of West Bengal has also indicated that the number of centres is not fixed and could be reduced further if conditions permit, while emphasizing a zero-tolerance approach to post-poll violence and strict monitoring of law and order. Politically, however, the timing of this decision has become the centre of controversy. The Trinamool Congress has raised concerns over the last-minute restructuring of counting venues, suggesting that frequent changes in such a sensitive phase of the electoral process could create confusion in administration and suspicion among political parties. And their apprehension is largely rooted in the fear that centralization of counting could affect ground-level oversight in some districts, where they traditionally hold organizational strength, especially in densely contested regions like North 24 Parganas, South 24 Parganas, Hooghly and parts of Kolkata. Well, for the ruling party, which has a strong booth-level network, multiple decentralized counting centres are often seen as providing better visibility and quicker feedback during the counting trends. And on the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party has interpreted the move differently, suggesting that tighter centralization could actually help reduce alleged irregularities and ensure stronger security, especially in politically sensitive pockets where post-poll clashes have been reported. Well, from their perspective, fewer counting centres under heavy surveillance could reduce local influence and pressure tactics that smaller, dispersed counting centres might be vulnerable to. And the reduction in centres also changes the operational dynamics of the counting itself. And with fewer venues handling more constituencies, counting halls are expected to be larger and more crowded, with increased deployment of central forces and stricter entry protocols. And this means political agents from both the TMC and BJP will be concentrated in fewer locations, intensifying scrutiny at the each table and potentially increasing the pressure during the close contest. And at the same time, centralization may also slow down physical access for party workers and increase dependency on official communication channels, which can shape how the early trends are interpreted and projected. And in districts like North 24 Parganas, which alone covers 33 constituencies, the consolidation into just 7 centres means that each centre becomes politically significant, almost functioning as a mini-state counting hub. And similarly, in South 24 Parganas and Kolkata, where multiple high-profile constituencies are clustered into a handful of centres, even small delays or procedural issues could attract immediate political attention and speculation. The Election Commission's parallel emphasis on post-poll security, including deployment of central forces and strict action against any violence, adds another dimension to the environment in which counting will take place. And with incidents of post-poll clashes already reported in several areas, the atmosphere remains sensitive and the centralized counting structure is being justified by officials as a way to better manage security resources. Overall, while the Election Commission presents the reduction in counting centres as a logistical and security-driven decision, politically it has become a part of a larger narrative battle between the ruling TMC and the opposition BJP. And for both the sides, the configuration of counting centres is not just an administrative detail, but a factor that could influence perception, control, and confidence during one of the most closely watched phases of the electoral process. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.